Hey everybody, this is the week 4 video tutorial for the online extracurricular English workshops in 7th and 8th grade, starter version. As usual, I'm going to go ahead and log in with my Zoom credentials that were assigned to me. I'm going to always copy and paste them in so that there are no mistakes. So this is a pretty cool week, guys. Here's my meeting in the meetings tab right there, but again, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to do a new meeting so that you can see my face here. Oh, it's recording anyway. I'm going to stop that. Yes. So, same thing as usual. Let's open up the curricular plan and teaching materials. Let's open up the starter folder, and this is week 4. And as usual, I'm going to start from the Word doc. So this week, students will be able to express their feelings about 15 different hobbies and sports. We learned 10 of them last week. We're going to learn 5 new ones this week, and students will be able to ask and give reasons regarding their feelings about these different hobbies and sports. So we have here, I love, I like, I don't like, I hate, which we saw last week. Why do you love, like, don't like, hate? And because it makes me feel, right? So sort of scaffolding on top of what we learned last week, and trying to get them to work on the question here is a big part of it, being able to be on both sides of this conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up and have them all ready to go so that while I'm in the session, I do not need to worry about the pages loading. I'm also, as usual, just to demonstrate, or not so much demonstrate, but follow through with the example, I'm going to change my name here to Mr. Jeremy. So we are all set. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in slideshow mode, and let's get started. This week, the while we wait is, can you name these modes of transportation? Again, this is content from 5th and 6th grade, so this should be a review for them. We have these 10 different things here, and so we'll go allowing students to recall those while we're waiting for everyone to get ready to go. Today, then we have how are you today, which is again a moment to take attendance. Before we start asking them, we'll teach a new one, which is stressed out, right? And so yeah, we'll use this as a moment to take attendance, asking students, remembering always to respond with full sentences. That's always the goal, is full sentences. Last week we had arrived to Ireland, and so we'll start off saying, where will we go today? Where will we go this week? And so students will make predictions about where they're going, and you'll be able to generate some enthusiasm and excitement for what's to come. So in week 4, we will learn about asking for and giving reasons. And a lot of it really centers around this right here, students being able to use why and then, responding with because, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, on the agenda specifically, we have a question about modes of transport. Then we're going to introduce them to asking for and giving reasons. That's kind of a fun, I would say the introduction to new material is very fun this week. It's not just a simple listen and repeat as we have with previous things. Then we will do a simple listen and repeat when we do more hobbies and sports. Then for the we do part of this, for the guided practice, we have something a little bit different today. We'll be sort of constructing sentences with the students, allowing them to kind of show us that they know how to put these sentences together. Then we'll do a go and find. And then we'll play a game, Flip the Leaves, which is very similar to what we did last week, but again, it's kind of scaffolded further. And the idea, again, guys, is that we're trying to get them to also use the question this week. And then we'll see where we've made it to. So jumping right in, as usual, the question of the day is employing the vocabulary recall from while we wait. So for the question of the day, we have, how do you get to school? And most of the cases here, you're probably going to have students saying on foot. You may have some of them say by bus. For those of you who are here in the metropolitan region, you may have them say by subway. There might be some by car. And believe it or not, for those of you who are not familiar with Chile, you may very well have students who are getting to school by ferry in the south, the very far south. But anyway, this is the question of the day. Let's try and get them moving. And then we get to the introduction of the asking for and giving reasons. So what I do is there are 4 examples here. The first one I would illustrate myself, sort of posing on one side and posing on the other to illustrate, although the image actually does it itself pretty well with the animation. So we have her saying, I like listening to music. And then him saying, why do you like listening to music? Emphasis on the why. And she says, because it makes me feel happy, right? So that one's a good one to illustrate. For the second example, in this one, I would probably, you could choose to do it again all by yourself, or this could be the first one where you get a student to participate with you. So you could say, for example, you know, you could ask a student to be the boy or the grandpa. And yeah, so I love watching videos. Why do you love watching videos? And then because it makes me feel excited. Again, you could choose to have a student to do this with you, or you could still do it alone. By the third one, you definitely need students involved in this. Asking for volunteers, and you know, someone can be one character in the photo, someone can be the other, but the idea is that here they're starting to do it themselves as well. So also, for example, in this one, when you animate, that comes up, and so you can also ask for a prediction. What is she thinking, right? She can say, she hates playing video games. That's right, I hate playing video games. Why do you hate playing video games? And so on. So again, this is an instance to first teach them, but then also you can start getting them to practice it as well, individually, obviously. But this is still all teaching new content. This one's funny. I like this one. He's getting kicked in the face, and so I don't like doing karate. Why don't you like doing karate? Because it makes me feel scared. So yeah, that's all about introducing sort of, again, the emphasis is what's on in red here. Why don't you like, or why do you like, or why do you hate, and because it makes me feel, right? The part in red is what we really want to emphasize. And so yeah, that's that part. Then we're going to go ahead and teach them, let's see here. We're going to teach them 5 new hobbies in sports, 2 hobbies, 3 sports. And this is a regular listen, repeat instance. So once we've done that, we will move on to this activity, complete the sentence. And so this is linked in here, although I already have it here ready to go. So we go to complete the sentence, and this is a moment, like I said, this is sort of, you know, us with the students, sort of getting them to understand the way this conversation is sort of structured, how it's put together. So students, what do we have here? I feel singing karaoke. Okay, let's see. Let's try. I hate, and then so on and so forth. Why do I hate? Because it makes me embarrassed, right? And then you submit answers, and it will tell you. So we would move on to the next one. What would happen though if we submit answers that aren't correct? I like doing gymnastics. Why do you feel doing gymnastics? Because it makes me hungry like. Okay, let's try. Submit answers, right? And we're obviously going to have some that are incorrect. And so what we can do in those cases, if that happens, and say, okay, let's try again. It's okay. It's okay. We would go here and we would do start again. But that's going to take us back to the first example. I don't want to do the first example again. Well, then just go up here and go right to the second example, right? So you have control. There are 5 of them, and they use those 5 new hobbies and sports that we just saw, right? So it's good practice for that too. But again, yeah, get your students to put it together. If they want to submit something and you know it's incorrect, that's fine. That's part of the learning process. Submit it and then go back and do it again. Again, clicking down here, start again, and then moving to the just on, right? So that's the complete the sentence activity. Then we have great job. I've heard that some people are having issues with the sound here, so I will actually look into that. Sorry about that. It might have something to do with the share permissions on the fireworks sound. Then we have go and find something pink, and this is something that probably lots of you aren't doing because your students don't have cameras. That's how it is in one of my workshops. So maybe you'll find pink things around your room or wherever you are and showing it to the students, right? Then we get to the final activity, which is flip the leaves. Like I said, this is a good bit similar to what we did last week with the spin the wheel, but a little bit more elaborate, I think. So we're having some issues here with the flip the leaves, so I'm going to reload that really quickly. So we have these different activities here. And so the idea is that you're asking, you know, maybe you're using the Go Fish thing or one of the other selectors on online stopwatch. And then you're allowing students. So student, pick a, you know, Juan Carlos, pick a leaf. He chooses E. So we're going to go flip that over. So Juan Carlos, do you like playing instruments? And Juan Carlos has the answer prompt here. And then we're going to ask him, let's say he loves playing instruments. Juan Carlos, why do you love playing instruments? And he responds, right? Putting it together. It's all very user-friendly. It's really easy to guide your students to the correct answer, lead them to the water, if you will, if they're confused, because it's all right there. Now, one of the things, like I said before, I think a couple times, is that this... Oh, I got some animals talking here. One of the things that we're trying to do this week is to slowly take off the training wheels and get to the point where the students are asking these two questions as well. So in the beginning, it'll start off with me, you know, modeling both the question and the answer myself. Then me asking students, me question, they answer. And then if you feel like it's possible, it would be really great to get to a point where the students are actually asking the question, another one responds, asking the question, another one responds, and maybe that one who answered then becomes the interrogator, if you will. So in an ideal sense, if things were going really smoothly, you're essentially getting to the point where you're, you know, deciding who's the participants or, you know, helping select the participant and flipping leaves. But the students are doing all the question and answering. If not, if that's not possible, it's okay. The important thing is they're in an immersion setting, they're hearing only English, and they have the tools to participate. But try to get the students to the point where they're asking the questions too. And that would be really cool. So anyway, that is the second main activity, the independent practice, if you will. And then where have we made it to? We've made it to Nigeria. This is exciting. Excuse me. So then today we have in our special features of Nigeria, we have jollof rice, we have dambe, which is a type of boxing as far as I understand, and we have Zuma rock, right? So everyone, that is a run through of week 4. I hope this is helpful for you. Please let me know if you have questions. Don't forget to register your attendance, and don't forget to have fun while you're doing this. Thanks so much, and have a lovely week.